Well, hey there, everybody. It's Mrs. Pitman here, and I'm going to read to you from a very, very interesting and good book. It is actually a science fiction fantasy type book, and this book they have made into a movie, and it's coming out on September the 17th. Actually, this is a series of books, but they're only focusing on the first book in the series. The book is called The Wild Robot, and the pictures and the book itself was written by Peter Brown. Now, some of my classes know that one of our sons and his friend have a podcast called the Withy Window Podcast, where they will interview different authors and illustrators of some really good books. And so my son and his friend got to interview Peter Brown, who wrote the pictures and wrote the story. And so I would like to read to you the first chapter of the book, and maybe you'd like to read the book before you go and watch the movie. So it's called The Wild Robot. Okay, so I'm going to read the first chapter. Chapter 1, The Ocean. Our story begins on the ocean with wind and rain and thunder and lightning and waves. A hurricane roared and raged through the night, and in the middle of the chaos, a cargo ship was sinking. Down, down, down to the ocean floor. The ship left hundreds of crates floating on the surface, but as the hurricane thrashed and swept and knocked them around, the crates also began sinking into the depths. One after the other, they were swallowed up by the waves until only 5 crates remained. By morning, the hurricane was gone. There were no clouds, no ships, no land in sight. There was only calm water and clear skies, and those 5 crates lazily bobbing along an ocean current. Days passed, and then a smudge of green appeared on the horizon. As the crates drifted closer, the soft green shapes slowly sharpened into the hard edges of a wild, rocky island. The first crate rode to shore on a tumbling, rumbling waves, and then it crashed against the rocks with such force that the whole thing burst apart. Now, reader, what I haven't mentioned is that tightly packed inside each crate was a brand new robot. The cargo ship had been transporting hundreds of them before it was swept up in the storm. Now only 5 robots were left. Actually, only 4 were left, because when that first crate crashed against the rocks, the robot inside shattered to pieces. The same thing happened to the next crate. It crashed against the rocks, and the robot parts flew everywhere. Then it happened to the next crate, and the next. Robot limbs and torsos were flung onto ledges. A robot head splashed into a tide pool. A robot foot skittered into the waves. And then came the last crate. It followed the same path as the others, but instead of crashing against the rocks, it sloshed against the remains of the first 4 crates. Soon, more waves were heaving it up out of the water. It soared through the air, spinning and glistening until it slammed down onto a tall shelf of rock. The crate was cracked and crumpled, but the robot inside was safe. So that's the end of chapter 1. I hope it intrigues you to read the story, the rest of the story, and go watch the movie too. Have a great day, everybody, and happy reading. Bye.